Went to the Kit Kat store yesterday and bought myself some different types of Kit Kats. So this one is Cookie Crumble. I'm gonna give it a try right now, do a real quick testing. Oh my god, this better not get on my rug because my rug is white and fluffy. What? 100 calories per bar? I already had like 4 of these from another packet. Hi guys, it's your girl Lisa. Oh my god, I still have chocolate in my mouth, sorry. Hi guys, it's your girl Lisa, and I am finally back on YouTube, for those who care. But anyway, if you're new here, hi, I haven't done videos in quite a while, so you're really not missing much. But if you have watched my videos in the past, welcome back. And also a little welcome come back to myself, hello. I don't know what's gotten into me. I think it's the chocolate. Anyway, so since the last time we've talked, a lot has been going on in my real life or behind the scenes life. So therefore it's been really hectic and it's been really hard for me to film. Just a little update on my life. I did move downtown and I'm also moving into a different office downtown next week. And I'm really excited for that. I know that June clientele has started for Aritzia, and I initially wanted to film this video based on what I got at Aritzia, but I haven't received a lot of my stuff in the mail yet, so that's gonna have to probably wait until next week. But in the meantime, I wanted to do a video on how I stack my rings. So I have received a few questions on Instagram asking me where I got my rings. The first thing is where I get my rings from. All of my rings here that I wear every single day are from Pandora, and the reason why I get them from Pandora is because in terms of price, design, and durability, it's everything that I'm looking for. So price-wise, it's not as expensive as other rings. Like I think Tiffany rings, I think they're probably in the hundreds. So these ones are usually in the $50 range. And by the way, this is in Canadian dollars. For what it is, it lasts a very long time. So like the color doesn't really rust, and every single day that I wear them, I wash my hands and I don't even take them off, and they seem fine to me. So I also really like the range of designs that they have. So they have pretty much everything that you can ask for, and we can go through them individually with my current rings. Let me start off, sorry, I'm gonna refer to my phone just because I wrote down the names of what the rings are called, and then I'll also leave a link down so you get to know what I'm talking about. To start off with my left hand, and disclaimer, I do not have the prettiest hand, but it's like my own little self-consciousness part of my body. I always think that it's like really chubby, which is why I'm like, I need to throw some things on it to like throw people off. So when you look at my hand, you're not like, oh my god, it's more like, oh, I like your rings. So you know what, I'm not wearing rings for no purpose, okay? This is really just like a mere distraction from what my hand really is, and hence why I also get my nails done a lot of times. Anyway, let's start off with my left hand. So this is what my left hand is like, and we can go through the rings individually. So starting with my thumb, the ring that I have is called Eternal Clouds. The design is that it's just like pretty circular, and it's such a great ring for your thumb. I actually know a couple other people that use this as their thumb ring, so I don't know, I highly recommend it. The second ring I have is called, sorry, hold on, Better Together. And this one, I actually don't wear this on the daily, but I'm just wearing it today. But like I would put it here on my index finger, on my left hand. It's really pretty. It has like white fillings on the inside. I kind of wear it on its own, but I can also stack it. So in my middle finger on my left hand, I have 2 rings. The first one is called Infinite Shine, and it just has infinity signs all around it, and this is the ring that me and my best friend got for each other's birthdays. So for her birthday I got her this ring, and for my birthday she got me this ring. It just signifies that we're gonna be friends forever. So my friend Jessie, I got the ring for, she lives in Hong Kong and we don't see each other very often, so this kind of just like reminds us that even though we're really far apart, we're still gonna be friends forever. So there's that. The second ring that is on my left hand, middle finger, is the Hearts Tiara ring, and it just looks like this. And this one was given to me by Lucas. So he actually got this for me just randomly one day when he picked me up, and yeah, it was just a really nice surprise. So I wear this every day, and together that's kind of what my hand looks like. And obviously leaving my ring finger alone for the meantime, because yeah, that ain't happening and I don't want to throw people off. For my right hand, this is the situation. So for my index finger, I have 2 rings. The first ring is just a silver ring. Like, it is so plain, there's nothing on it. It's not like the internal clouds where there's like circles on it, but this one is just completely plain. And this one is called Quietly Spoken Silver Ring. I can kind of see why they named it that. The second one that I have on here, I believe, because there's like a couple that are similar, so I'm gonna show you, but I believe this is the April Droplet, and it's the Rock Crystal. So this one, it just looks like this, and the reason why I got this one is because it's my birth month. So I'm born in April, and that's why it's like that, and it just happens to be a clear color. So together, it kind of looks like this together. Can you see that? There you go, like that. So on my ring finger on my right hand, I also have 2 rings, and I think it's more acceptable to put things on this ring finger because it's on your right hand. So I mean, I never really know the technicality, but to my understanding, left hand ring finger is you getting married, and right hand ring finger doesn't really mean anything, right? I don't know, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I have 2 rings here, and so the first one is Forever Love. It is like the Eternal Clouds ring, but this one is, instead of circles, this one is just all hearts. And I actually got this with my roommates, so I love them to death. And then the second one is this tiara. This one I'm absolutely obsessed with. It's one of my first rings from Pandora, and it is another ring that I got with my elementary school friends. Honestly, these can become super sentimental, and I think they actually make great presents, especially if you guys want to have something together. It's really cute for your best friend, or like even just like a birthday gift. I'm just gonna explain quickly how I stack them. So the first tip in stacking them is mix and matching one staple ring to one simple ring. So what this means is, for example, if you look at this combination right here, so I have one simple ring and one statement ring. This statement ring has like an actual bling stuck onto it, and this one is just very classic. So together it kind of like goes together, and you can even stack it with more simple rings. So do you see how this one is, even though it's not as simple, but it's just very plain all around, and it doesn't have that much going on. So I think like even putting all 3 of these together could look really good. So like even like that looks fine, as long as it's not, so for example, I'll show you what I wouldn't do, which is if I stuck this tiara ring along with this other ring. Like, I just think, to me, this is way too distracting. So like for that reason, I wouldn't put this together, just because there's like way too much going on there. So honestly, like the basic rule is to just stick a very circular ring with nothing popping out of it with something that is a little bit more complicated. In terms of how many, I honestly just think it really depends on the ring, and it really depends on how your fingers look. So for example, I personally think that my fingers are a little fat. Let's be real. Okay, if you really look at my fingers, you'll know what I mean. So for that reason, like I wouldn't really go too crazy with mine. Like I'm not gonna do 3, 4, 5, and I just try to stick with 2 because I want it thick enough to kind of draw the eye away from what I want people to see, and then also not take over and squish all the fat out like from this is becoming so descriptive. So that's pretty much kind of the rule of thumb that I have. In terms of what fingers to put it on, you can put it on all 3 next to each other, or like 2 separate like this. I think the only rule that I wouldn't do is, for example, if you're not married, I just avoid this finger completely. The other thing is, I personally wouldn't put any rings on my pinky finger. I think it just kind of looks weird. And I also wouldn't put, if I have these 3 covered, I'm not gonna also put 2 here. There needs to kind of be a balance. So you can play around with the combination, and it's really just your personal preference, and also like how you feel about your hand. If you like your hand more than I like my hand, go nuts. Like I'm sure things will look great. It's almost like learning how to dress your body. So like I personally know how I feel about my hands, and I'm gonna dress it the way that I think it's just gonna look appropriate. And you can also draw a lot of inspiration from going on Pinterest and just searching Pandora stackable rings, or like silver stackable rings, or gold stackable rings, or even if you're gonna mix and match. When you're shopping inside Pandora, a lot of the girls that are working there actually have their entire wrist and hands like all decked out. I highly just recommend looking at that. I think that's pretty much the gist of it. Just really play around with it, and I'm sure you'll get it. So that was pretty much it for my video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you decide on how you can stack your rings or where you can get it from, or even if you are kind of looking towards starting a collection. Honestly, everyone is different and everyone has different preferences, so take what you will from this video, but I hope that this helped you or helped guide you in some way. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye!